What is up, fragrance family out there on YouTube? Thanks for joining me here on my channel, Stephen Sturgill. It's been a while. Apologies, I'm technically on vacation, but I want to get a couple vids in before I have to go back to the salt mines, as it were. Today, looking at this guy here, Laura Biagiotti Roma Uomo. So this is one I had been interested in, and I ended up actually picking this up at, I think it's called Fragrance Village at the Galleria, Dallas, Texas. And I pretty much got ripped a new one on the price. The owner or operator there, really nice, apparently Indian guy. I think his name is something like Rahim or Tajid. Some, anyways, I forget. But he quoted me a much lower price than what he ended up actually charging me for, which is not cool. And I'm thinking, had I paid the whole thing in cash, maybe that would have stuck. But I paid mostly on a debit card, so when I got home, he had charged me the real ultra high end price, actually listed on the box at the very top on a really old sticker, which is not what he quoted me. When I asked him how much is this, he quoted me a still high but more reasonable figure, and I said that sounds fine. Anyways, what does it matter? Live and learn. I could have gotten the same bottle of juice on Fragrance X or Fragrance Net for literally, are you ready? For like 1/3 the cost. So buyers beware, always do your due diligence. I just got caught up. We had a fantastic conversation. I just got caught up. We are talking about theology and the potential existence of God, and stuff like that, and yoga. Is very interesting discussion. So yeah, I think I paid plenty for that wisdom. But anyways, whatever. Not trying to throw shade, just saying buyer beware, do your due diligence. Almost always cheaper online, obviously. With that being said, let's get down to it. Let's see. I feel like my glasses are. Okay, should be better. Okay, now getting into now Laura unfortunately passed away. Oh, lordy, sorry about that. Passed away some years back. I want to say maybe around, I don't remember. Is it 04, 05 maybe earlier. And she had been a tremendous figure in Italian fashion and fragrance, particularly fashion, I believe. But okay, am I not spelling that right? Oh yeah, missed the I. Missed one of the I's. Okay. Got it. Sorry for the delay, guys. Computer's acting slower than normal. Okay, so a couple things drew me to this fragrance. I had seen the review from, what's his name? Anyways, he goes by Drakdoc. I forget his name, but he goes by Drakdoc. I'll remember probably once I close the video down. I apologize. I believe he did a review on this, maybe one or two others, not that commonly covered by what I would consider good reviewers. So I wanted to get my nose on this. I'm a big fan of grapefruit. So this has grapefruit, basil, cedarwood, sandalwood, amber, resin, bergamot, galbanum. I believe I already mentioned jasmine, or if I didn't, let me mention jasmine, heliotrope, juniper berry, and balsam fir. Also has patchouli and benzoin in it. But what I got, or what I get out of this fragrance, let me just spray a little dash here. I've got coffee right here, so I don't want to spray it into my coffee. It's a curious fragrance because you you get the grapefruit, you get all those things, but you get kind of something almost like a candied, I don't know, like some kind of candied fruit smell. It's very prominent in here. If you've ever had candied fruit, this has a strong sense of that. And as it dies down, you do get into the heliotrope, the bergamot, some of the cedarwood, heliotrope, patchouli, and balsamic fir, things like that, along with the galbanum and the jasmine, but it never really quite warms up or gets macho enough for what I was thinking it would do. I thought it would get much more woodsy, spicy with some of that fir and greenery and floral, sort of just adding a nice little spring fall flourish to it. And I don't know. I really don't quite know how I feel about this fragrance. I know that's maybe upsetting for some of us out there, some of you out there, myself included, but I don't hate it by any measure, but it's also not one that I'm easily falling in love with. Definitely don't love it. It's kind of hard just to wrap my conceptual brain around what this fragrance is trying to accomplish. Maybe I would say the dry down smells better than the opening. I mean, it's a bit more pleasant. The opening is a bit odd. It's got a strong candied fruit element, and also smells fairly feminine. If I'm quite honest, I'd say it smells like 60 to 70% feminine, 65 minimum. And sure, I would say this is unisex for sure. I don't know why they even bothered putting per uomo. There's almost nothing macho about this fragrance. It's not all that masculine, but I would say maybe the dry down on a man's pH would behave a little bit more masculine. But I could just as easily say that if I sprayed this on a woman, her pH would run away with it and make it smell quite feminine. I would think. So it's an interesting fragrance, but not really one that I can highly recommend. At least not without some pretty strong reservations for the fact that it's a bit of a mess, and it's not nearly as masculine or macho. I wanted a lot more of those woods coming prominently forward, sort of in the vein of some of the Comme des Garçons line. Pick your favorite woods out there that's well known from a good designer house. I may or may not know the niche version of that, but I mean, even like Woods squared, right? Is it Woods D2 or whatever squared? Those have a much more prominent wood element. Bois Noir from Robert Piguet, it has a much stronger woodsy, spicy element to it. So I think on those notes, I was quite let down by this, but it is an interesting fragrance, one I want to continue to kind of play with. Maybe try layering, maybe just see if the dry down gets way better or something. But overall, in all, I wouldn't really recommend this. If you can get it for deep discount, by all means, go ahead. But yeah, this is not one I can actively recommend. Might smell really good on a woman, not for sure. It does to me, again, smells much more feminine to me. But whatever. That's going to do it for now, guys. I will catch you on the next episode. If you like, please subscribe. Click the bell for future updates. Spray often, spray well, and live life on your terms, not someone else's. Thanks for being with me here today, and I will probably do a back-to-back review. We shall see. If so, I'll see you soon.